you don't know where to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. One is the information. Second is the interaction on the information. And the third is converting the information into our conviction. Thereafter, we start living our own convictions. These three stages. So, collecting information, if we don't have, get it. After we get it, then we have to interact with it. If we do not interact with the information, it cannot be converted into conviction. Therefore, what is the self that we are talking about? Ahankaradidehanta vishayasya sukhadayaha vedyante ghatabadyena nityabodha swarupina. So, what is the self? That which is illuminating everything, starting from, to cut it short, starting from the knower, knowledge, and the known. All the three things are illuminated by the same reality. Like when I say, do you know what is it? I do not know what is that. So that is not known. I don't have the knowledge, and I know that I do not know. So these three factors are illuminated by the fourth one, which is present in the absence of everything. Nitya Bodha Swarupina. Bodha and Jnanam, these are the two words used. Jnanam is the knowledge, information gathered through some faculties. The knowledge of the words is gathered through ears. The knowledge of the smell is gathered through the nose. In the same manner, the knowledge which is gathered through the medium of mind falls in the purview of samsara or the relative existence. And that knowledge which does not involve operation of any known means of knowledge. What are the known means of knowledge? Three of them. Sense organs, mind, and intellect. So that experience or that knowledge which does not involve the operation of these three factors, sense organs, mind, and intellect, that is called bodha. The knowledge is through the medium of mind. If the mind is calm and quiet, undisturbed, in one go you can understand. If the mind is disturbed, then we have to repeat it again and again. If the mind is confused, we will misunderstand easily than understand. But this knowledge, which is beyond the scope of the known means of knowledge, that is bodha, and it cannot be confused. We cannot have any question or answer to this. I am or I am not. When there is no possibility of my absence, where is the need of asserting that I am? See? So that which is beyond the is and is not is bodha. And that which falls within the purview of is and is not is the jnanam. So here, Vedyante Ghatavadyena Nitya Bodha Swarupina. At this stage, there is no knowledge of the dream, there is no knowledge of deep sleep, there is knowledge of only the waking experience. So, this knowledge is limited to a particular situation. But the bodha is not limited by anything, whether it is waking or dream or the deep sleep. This bodha swarupina, that is our essential nature. Up to here we have seen yesterday. Now, theoretically we have understood. Now we have to convert this information into conviction. एषोऽन्तरात्मा पुरुषः पुराणः निरन्तराखण्ड सुखानुभूतिः सदैकरूपः प्रतिबोधमात्रः येनेशिता वागसवश्चरन्ति एषः अन्तरात्मा पुरुषः पुराणः. The first thing, to know this truth, to recognize, to experience our being, we don't have to go anywhere. Kurute Ganga Sagara Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam, no need. Then we don't have to do a lot of tapasya. Agre Vanni Prishte Mano Ratro Chupuka Samarpita Jano. No need. Because Eshaha Antaratma, it is our own being, essential being. Eshaha Antaratma. This knowledge is known to us, yet we are not aware of it. Like when we go to the temple, stand before Bhagwan, we fold our hands to put together. That means no activity. The truth is not the result of action. Therefore, we surrender our activity, karmendriya, at his feet. And then we close our eyes. We are not searching the Lord anywhere, but we have to discover when everything is rejected, what remains is the truth. Therefore, Eshontaratma Purushaha. Purushaha means Purishayanat Purushaha, the one which is abundantly available in our own being. Puri Navadvare Pure Dehi Naiva Kurvanna Karayan. This body is the Puri, and here the truth is revealed. Puranaha, beyond the scope of the limitation of the time, Pura Apinava iti Purana. Nirantara Akhandara Sanubhuti. Nirantara, there is no breach. It is unbroken, Akhanda Sukhanubhuti, blissful being. Now what happens? Our understanding about happiness is actually, it is not happiness, it is pleasure. It is indulgent. Happiness is that which does not involve any criteria. If this is there, then I am happy. If this is not there, then I am not happy. This criteria is not there. What is the meaning of Ananda or Sukhanubhuti? Kha means space. Su means sushtu, perfect, complete. Sukha means absolute blissful experience. Sukhanubhuti. And this experience does not demand movement in time, space, and object or efforts. Sada ekarupaha, ever the same. Friends, I am going through the words, but each word will take you, if you work on it, for years together. Sada ekarupaha. Take only one word. Whenever I sit for doing the japa, the japa stops in no time. Because what is the truth? Is it a result of chanting? Then, when I am not chanting or when I am chanting, how does it make any difference? Then the next step comes up. Try these two things. First, stop talking to yourself. And to come to that point, first of all, you have to chant the mantras. Whatever mantra you are chanting, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. By this mantra chanting, what happens? The flow of thoughts is arrested. We are not disturbed because of thoughts. We are disturbed because of the flow of thoughts. And the flow of thought happens when the theme of the thought is finite. I want a cup of tea. Where it is available? Where is the kettle to heat the water? Where are the tea leaves? And the cup is not seen. One after another, thought breeding will start. Because the theme is finite. If the theme is infinite, that is also a thought. But it will not generate thought flow. There will not be thought breeding. Therefore, we take the Lord's name, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Complete in itself. Then again, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. When this is repeated for a few times, the thought current formation is arrested. Then such a mind is now engaged further. So what is the engagement? Mind expresses as speech. Paravani, Pashanti Vani, Madhyama Vani, Vaikhari Vani. Vani is speech. So the mind expresses as speech. So if we want to go beyond the mind, we have to arrest the mind in making itself into speech. And therefore, the first technique, Sadaika Rupaha, this is what we are learning. We are sitting quiet and do not talk to ourselves. To substantiate this further, add one more parameter. Not only we don't talk to ourselves, but also we listen to the silence. Meaning, no sound will disturb us. We can't do anything about the sounds coming from the world. Only thing we can do is don't pay attention. Meaning, don't get disturbed. These two things are consciously practiced. Slowly, slowly, many things will be revealed from within. What I am telling you is not from books. And one day it will click. Mind is cause and speech is effect. If the mind is at peace with itself, it will not like to talk, discuss anything to anybody without becoming grouchy. Now, this experience, you cannot put it in words because words are already aborted. What it is like. Therefore, maunam vyakya, sadaikarupaha. So, if you are doing japa 3-4 times, every time it will be different. It will not be the same. Nothing is same in our life. It is constantly repeating because it is finite. You are preparing food. Every day you prepare the same dish, everything is will be different. Because it is finite. The infinite cannot be repeated. And therefore, sada ekarupaha. Sounds we can repeat. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Now try to repeat the silence. This is that. Sadaikarupaha and pratibodhamatraha. And it is not only when we are sitting for meditation we are divine. No. Pratibodhamatra. Every experience reveals the truth. So be very attentive. Now you are listening to silence. Meaning you are not getting disturbed by sounds. Now I'll make some sound and we'll do it 2-3 times and then analyze exactly what has happened. When the sound comes and touches the drum, the knowledge happens. And if that knowledge happens, and in that knowledge, if knower is not born, there will not be any reaction. So hearing will happen, but hearer will not be born. Experience will happen, but experiencer will not be born. There will be misery, but miserable personality will not be born. There will be sorrows, but a sorrowful body will not be born. Meaning, experience without the birth of an experience, sir, is divine. Like I am seeing you all different colors and forms. If any particular color and form I am obsessed with, then I have become a seer. But if I come back to the truth, really, are the eyes or the vision influenced by any color and form? Then we come to know, no. Vision is not influenced by any color and form. So what was happening? When the vision was coming in contact with the object, The knowledge is happening, but with that knowledge, we get identified, and then we have only two expressions: I like it or don't like it. And both liking and disliking has no logic, no reason, no value. Recognize this within. Sadaika Rupaha Pratibodha Matra. When I see the dark color, eyes don't become dark. When I see the red color, eyes don't become red. When I see the green color, the eyes don't become green. In this, what sadhana I have to do? But our old habit, देखो सुनो बोलते रहो. This old habit has to be changed. And for that, this technique which we told you, we have to spend time on this. Do not talk to yourself. If somebody comes and talks to you, do talk. Yes. Like, when I move in flights or wherever, there will be always people come, and then I am a questionable personality, so they have got all the questions. Swamiji, I have got a question. And it's not that I am questionable personality, they are doubtfuls. So how to stop? I can't be caught. So I take out AK-47 and tell, my guru told me, whenever you are traveling, during your complete travel, keep on doing the japa. So I cannot talk. You'll excuse me, okay? Now that fellow gets bored. No, what to do? He doesn't talk. So talking may be in his mouth, but hearing is in my ears. So what you are practicing now, I am talking. Therefore, what is spiritual practice? As you listen to Vedanta, listen to the world. Vedanta tells us 100 times, Tattvamasi, you are divine. No, but if we are told that you are dumb, immediately we become angry. Friends. Therefore, Sadaika Rupaha Pratibodha Matra. Every experience reveals the truth. If an experiencer is not born. Yeneshita Vag Asavascharanti, and under whose command all the faculties, the speech, the life, the sense organs, etc., they become activated. That is our essential nature. Okay, we have understood. Now, where it is? Atraiva sattvatmanidhi guhayam avyakrutakashe uruprakashaha akashe uchchaihi ravivat prakashate swatejasa vishwamidam prakashayan. Here there is one word, akasha. Atraiva sattvatmanidhi guhayam avyakruta akashe. Avyakruta, unmodifying. Akasha, this word akasha is formed from the root kash. When you add a prefix a, it becomes akasha, means emptiness. And when the prefix pra is added, it becomes prakasha, means light. Root is the same. So, if something has to exist, there has to be space. Without space, nothing can exist. Akasha. Unless something exists, it cannot be known. See? So this Akasha we have to recognize. So atra eva sattvatmani di guhaya. in the cave of our own mind, where avyakruta akashe. This particular thought I am very fond of. Recently, the other day, one Swamini, her name, Saralananda, in Vrindavan, she left her body. So that time they have called me and I was watching the whole process. So the last thought, she was so deeply involved in her spiritual life, not very old, must be mid 60s or even less. Very sincere, very calm and quiet. All the time Krishna, 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 Krishna. So earlier she used to do pradakshina of Vrindavan. I had also done with her number of times, Vrindavan pradakshina. Then she started doing japa, then dancing Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Then slowly, slowly that dropped. Then she started listening to the Vedanta. And ultimate what she came was, one of my book is there, Akasha Yoga. So toward the last moment, that's what she was asking. Where is Swamiji's Akasha Yoga? This is that Akasha Yoga I am telling. There are three spaces. One is the gross space. So, what is the Akasha Yoga? Just start playing like the children play home home. In the same manner, start playing meditation. Don't do meditation. If you will do meditation, you will become serious. Play meditation. Like we play with the kids some cricket or badminton or tennis, something, we play with them. So what is that playing with the kids? We are not concerned about victory or defeat. Meaning what? Meditation without meditator is spiritual practice. And because there is no meditator, there is no success, there is no failure. See, friends. So, first we start playing space. Which space? Gross space. What is the gross space? It has no shape, no size, no depth, no height. Then it is supporting all the four elements, not opposed to anything, doesn't reject anything, but doesn't get influenced by anything. So we now start playing what it is like being space. So the gross space has gross contents. Although they are supported, they cannot influence the space. So this we have to practice now. Meaning what? Worldly possessions will be no more an issue of our life. I want this, I want that, I want this, and there is no end to it. The other day in India, one nice couple, Gujarati couple, asked me, Swamiji, we are thinking of adding one room to our house. We have got 3 BHK. Bombay means what? BHK. So 3 BHK. So we thought we should add one more room. We have taken permission. So what is your opinion? Why do you need one more room? I mean, there is no place to walk inside. I said, then remove the furniture. See? Instead of removing the things, we keep on adding. Lesser the possessions you have, lesser is the problem in life. Like, I have no choice about clothes. a particular type of cloth, lungi shirt, whether you like or you don't like. वही पहनना है. One topic over. But for us, whenever we enter the walk-in wardrobe, अब किसको पहनूं? And they are all pathetically hanging. आज तो ले जाओ. See, friends. So, when we are practicing this knowledge, first step will be let the worldly possessions be not the criteria of our spiritual life. Lesser the things, better it is. Then, as a result of this, mind will not entertain worldly things. Then we come to the second stage. The mind space. First was the gross space. Now we start playing mind space. So what are the contents of the mind space? Chittakasha. Contents of the mind space are thoughts. So we are told that be a witness. It is here I am not in favor of this approach. Never be a witness. If I am sitting here as a witness to you all, what does it mean? My attention is on you and I am concerned who is listening, who is not listening, who is sleeping, who is awake. So I am going away from myself. Therefore, don't get lost in the witness, witness, witness. No. Then be indifferent. When we start learn remaining indifferent, we get beyond the limitations of the thoughts. Meaning, no thought will disturb us. Like the gross space is not disturbed by the contents, although supporting everything. In the same manner, mind space gets disturbed because we give value to the thoughts, the contents. If we do not give any value to any thought, we are graduating from the thoughts to the mind space. Living at the mind space station is freedom from thoughts and worries and memories and future planning. Thought-free mind is consciousness. Two spaces. This is what Avyakrute Akashe Puruprakasha. And the third space is the Chidakasha, the conscious space. Now, this conscious space is very beautiful. I like this the most. And I really got the kick of this when I was studying Amritanubhav of Sant Jnaneshwar. There he mentions about this space as solid space. Solid space? You have to think. Space is emptiness. A solid space means what? Friends, work on it, think about it. It took quite some time for me to grasp this. This space we can understand, mind space we understand. So what are the components of our experience? Object of experience, experience of the object, and experiencer. So first we have to get freedom from the influence of the objects of experience, Bhutakash. Then we have to get freedom from the experience of the world, Chittakash. Let there be any experience, good or bad, who cares? No more identification with that. No reactions. Then we come to the third stage, the Chidakash, the experiencer. How do we discover this experience? Experiencer is the same reality becomes the waker in the waking, dreamer in the dream. The same reality becomes the enjoyer when there is a joy. The same reality becomes the sufferer when there is a suffering. This reality, which is supporting all the bodies of waking and dream, that reality has to be discovered as the solid space. Your house, etc., is, with reference to that, gross space, Bhutakash. Then your relations and your good or bad experiences, their influence on you, Chittakash. Now third, who are you? Husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister. That is Chidakash, conscious space. Now what is the conscious space? Space is emptiness, solid space. So it is solid also and space also. How do we understand this? Solid means other than this there is nothing. Ekameva dvitiya neha nanasti kinchana. Solid. Space, because it contains everything. To understand this contradiction, take a simple example. Gold is a solid space for all the ornaments. Ornaments do not come from outside to land on the gold. They were all unmanifest. Because they were unmanifest in the gold, there has to be space. Unless there is a space, nothing can exist. For all the waves, past, present, and future, ocean is the solid space. The waves don't come from outside. They are unmanifest. Under certain conditions, they become manifest. Again, they become unmanifest. See? Similarly, all the dreams, they become manifest in the dream, then become unmanifest. They don't come from outside. The vision doesn't come from outside. Vision comes from inside. When we are in sleep, then the vision is withdrawn. When we are awake, again the whole thing, all the faculties become manifest. So this constant throb of manifestation, unmanifestation is going on, and that which is expressing as the experiencer, the experiencer, and the experienced, it is but one reality. This is what is our essential nature. Atraiva sattvatmanidhi guhayam avyakrutakashe uruprakashaha. Uruprakashaha, it is self-effulgent. When we talk about prakasha or light, because of our earlier conditioning of the understanding of the words, by light we mean this. This is not light. Light means what? That which illuminates is light. Now this object is not self-illumined, so we require external light. We'll go step by step. Now this light is known by what? By my eyes. So in the light of the eyes, these lights are seen. The sunlight is seen by what? By our eyes. So the sunlight is illuminated by our eyes. Be very attentive. If a candle is in the dark room, it will be very bright. If it is the daytime, 12 o'clock outside, it will be hardly seen at all. Because the light of the sun overpowered the candle light. If this is understood, in the same manner, it is in the light of the eyes that the sun and the sunlight is seen. So the sunlight is more powerful than the light of the sun. And the whether the eyes are functional or not, who knows? The mind. Whether the mind is functional or not, who knows? I. It is in the light of this absolute I, everything. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. न तत्र चक्षुर्गच्छति न वाक् गच्छति न मनः न विद्मः न विजानीमः यथा एतत् अनुशिष्यात्. All our faculties fail when we try to approach the truth. And therefore, Akashe Uchchahi Ravivat Prakashate. Like the sun illuminates everything, and that sun is illuminated in the light of our being, so Tejasa Vishwamidam Prakashayan. And therefore, when I is there, then my wife, my children, my family, my problems, my health, my diseases. If I is not there, nothing has existed. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedya. In the 15th chapter, Bhagavan says, Mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedya. I alone support waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi, and therefore what is worthy of knowing in this world is aham eva vidya. Who is this aham? And this is what we are studying here. Swatedisa vishwamidam prakashayan. ज्ञाता मनोहंकृति विक्रियाणाम देहेन्द्रिय प्राणकृत क्रियाणाम अयोग्निवत्ता अयोग्निवत्तानुवर्तमानः न चेष्टते न विकरोति किंचन. ज्ञाता, the knower, मन अहंकृति विक्रियाणाम देह इंद्रिय प्राणकृत क्रियाणाम. So the I, in association with the mind, ahankar, their modifications, sense organs, their modifications, aya agnivat artava vartamanaha. Be attentive. This is another very important example given in our scriptures. If you take, let us take, for example, a piece of iron and we put it in the fire, say for about 4 or 5 hours. Then it will be very, very hot. Then let us analyze this. The fire is having no weight, but in association with the iron, it has become heavy. So the weight of the iron is superimposed on the fire. Now the iron is black, but it has taken the red color of the fire. This is called mutual superimposition. Qualities of the matter, constant modifications, and the absolute truth, unmodified. Qualities of the matter is constantly changing. The truth is never changing. So these two things come together. Then mind is disturbed. So disturbances of the mind associated with I through identification, I am disturbed. The body is old, I am old. The body is young, I am young. So, the I is independent of the body, but in association with the body, becomes somebody. Therefore, man is, husband becomes. How he becomes husband? In association with the wife. So between these two, the man and the husband, what is the reality? And where is the husband? Can we separate out the husband from the man? Therefore, Jnata, the knower, the experiencer, in association with all the faculties and the changes, Aya Agnivat Anuvartamanaha, then he starts behaving like that. So I am old, I am happy, I am miserable, I am a successful, I am a failure. Now this I is nowhere. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad clearly brings out Tatra Mata Amata Bhavati. When we are in deep sleep, that time we are neither mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. Therefore, we are happy. And whenever we are happy, we make noise, is it not? Can the happiness be in silence? Now, somebody is getting married, so let us observe silence for half an hour. No. Happiness expresses as noise. And that is why those who sleep really good sleep, they snore. Snoring is a authentication of deep sleep. Try to snore now. You cannot, because you are not happy. See, friends. Therefore, ayognivat anuvartamana na cheshtate na vikaroti kinchana. Therefore, the truth is in reality is not influenced by anything. The fire doesn't become heavy. It's only the mutual transfer. The body or the matter or prakriti is that which is constantly changing. And the substantum which is supporting is never changing. But is unchanging reality in association with the changing prakriti become mixed up, and then a khichdi is born. And thereafter, I am so and so, I have done this thing, I have done that thing. This we have to recognize. Nobody can do it for us. And once, if this is happening, how do you know whether this is happening or not? First principle. No thought about your death will ever come in your mind. Like many people ask this question, Swamiji, what happens after death? What can I say? I have no experience, I can't tell you. No, please tell something. When you are alive, has anything happened? When we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we will leave this world, there will be nothing lacking. What difference it makes by our presence? But ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti vandate. We don't have to do anything, my friend. Only analyze your experiences and learn. Our parents have gone, their parents have gone, their parents have gone. What difference it made? Nothing. ये चलता ही रहेगा. Hold on to this truth. We are supporting all the changes, not getting influenced by any change. Like space supports volcanoes but doesn't get burst. Supports the tsunami but doesn't become weight. In the same manner, let there be any thoughts in the mind, good or bad, who cares? Don't be obsessed. But I don't know why bad thoughts are coming in my mind. They are unmanifest, they became manifest. So it is a process of purgation. Those of you who are suffering in meditation, don't suffer. Sit quiet. Let all the dirtiest thought come out. It's a good sign. Imagine somebody had the cloth so dirty. The best example I can think is the boys who are working below the truck with all the dirt in that. How dirty their clothes are. If they take the clothes, go to the river and make wet and start applying a soap and start washing, and if the dirt comes out, they should be happy or unhappy? See? From the dirty clothes, you don't expect milk to come out. Exactly the same way. If all horrible contents are coming out, you should congratulate. Come on, khali ho raha. Very good, very good. We don't know how much deep inside it is. With this understanding, when you live your spiritual life, then we are qualified to understand this thing. Otherwise, only complaining. Whenever I sit for meditation, there are too many thoughts coming. What should I do? Don't do meditation. No, but my guru told me to do meditation. Then do meditation. But when the thoughts come, then don't do meditation. Dambo, you have to learn from your own experiences. Therefore, I am a little different, abnormal Ananda. More than the guru, the disciple is valuable. And Sadguru is only one. You may name yourself Sadguru, that's a different issue. See? Like somebody can name oneself that Urvashi or Lakshmi and begging on the road. Lakshmi Amma, begging. See? We have to ourselves recognize nobody can teach us. Sadguru is only one. Because Sat is one. Now, who is that Sadguru? Our ability to learn from every single passing experience of our life, that ability is Sadguru. You all must have heard Bhagavad Mahapuran. In the 11th canto, there is a story of Bhagwan Dattatreya as Avadhut. And he is lying comfortably on the Ganges bank somewhere at the base of Himalayas. And a great king of that time, he goes and sees and he says, "Hey Mahatma Ji, how come you are so fearlessly, happily staying here? You don't have property, you don't have kingdom, you don't have army, you have no family, no nothing. How come you are so happy?" He said, "Therefore I am happy." Then he is asked, "Who is your guru?" He said, "I have got 24 gurus. Daridri have got only one guru. I have got 24 gurus." And what he says, "What I learned from whom?" He said, "From the space I learned this. From the air I learned this. From the fire I learned this. Therefore, know for certain, Sadguru is our ability and readiness to learn from every single experience of our life." If we take this as a takeaway of this satsanga, you have taken a big leap on your spiritual path. Normally, what we do, we take the Guru Maharaj, crucify him on the wall, hang there, don't come down. See, friends, the food is in the plate. Where is the hunger? In the pet. By looking at the food, will the hunger go away? That food must go into the mouth, nicely masticate it, chew it, and mix with saliva, then swallow, then it will have effect because the hunger is inside the stomach. The food is outside. In the same manner, problem is not outside, problem is inside, in the mind. So whatever the Guru is teaching, the impact of that must happen inside the mind. And the impact happens in terms when we are ready to learn what are things taught to us by the Guru. If we refuse to learn, Guru will fail. We do say, Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Bhagwan Krishna Jagat Guru. Yes, he is Jagat Guru. If he is Jagat Guru, why he failed to teach Duryodhan, Dushasan, Dhritarashtra, Shishupal? You may call yourself Jagat Guru, but who accepts you? See? Jagat Guru Shankaracharya. There are more than hundreds of Shankaracharyas. Bhagwan Shankaracharya's first four disciples, they were called as Pithadishwar, not Shankaracharya. Afterwards, it has become a tradition. See, friends. Therefore, friends, spiritual path does not mean we get lost in all this nonsense. Recognize we are coming under the influence of the Prakriti. Let the Prakriti not bother us. Prakriti will have Vikruti. We cannot stop it. What we can stop is don't get carried away by the modifications. न जायते नो म्रियते न वर्धते न क्षीयते नो विकरोति नित्यः विलीयमानेऽपि वपुष्यमुष्मिन् न लीयते कुंभ इवाम्बरम स्वयं. The truth that we are न जायते न म्रियते न वर्धते न क्षीयते न विकरोति, therefore nityah. We don't have the experience of birth, न जायते. न म्रियते, we have no experience of death. No vardhate, we don't have experience of growth. Somebody calls us for the first time, uncle, what is the time? Then the young boy gets a kick of his life. Oh God, people started calling me uncle. Nobody experiences I am growing. See? No vardhate, no kshiyate, nor is any change that is happening, no vikaroti, no modification. We are the same nityaha. That is our essential nature. And what is the body? Body has got this six factor. Asti, jayate, vardate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashati iti shad vikaravat etas thulam shariram. Because we are identified with the body, we talk about all these things. So, viliyamanepi vapushi amushmin. Now here there is another very beautiful contemplative game of meditation. Try this. Imagine a bottle and it is a glass bottle or a mud bottle, whatever. And it is lying on the bed. And for whatever reason, that bottle breaks. And the bottle was empty, no contents. What will happen to the space inside the bottle? When the bottle breaks, will the bottle space go out? No. If this is understood, on that bed, in place of the bottle, consider our body lying there. And inside the bottle body, there is the conscious reality. When the bottle breaks, this conscious reality will go out. Here is a catch. If you take a pot, let us take mud pot, and tie it down with a string and put it into the water. Slowly, when it goes, water will be filled, it will start sinking. When it goes little deep, that time what is the condition of the pot? The water is inside as well as outside. And whatever reason, if the pot breaks, The inside water will go outside? No. Why? Because the pot is in the water, water is not in the pot. Exactly the same way. The body is in me, I am not in the body. The space says the hall is in the me, I am not in the hall. We call it a hall space and total space because of undue importance given to the walls. Now you are going to construct here something new. So old structures will be removed. So along with that, the old spaces will also disappear and new space will come. No. This has to be clearly recognized that the body is in me, I am not in the body. So keeping this, when you lie down on your bed, try this. The body is lying down there and I have nothing to do with the body. Body has a shape. If I have nothing to do with the body, the mind will drop the shape of the body. When the mind becomes formless, shapeless, contentless, contentless mind is consciousness. Presently, what is happening? There is one earth, one water, one fire, one air, one space, one mind, one life, one consciousness. This one mind, like one space, because of the walls, becomes a house, a bathroom, a toilet, a puja room. In the same manner, one reality, one mind, because of association with the body, take the shape of the body and becomes body. When the mind drops the shape of the body as in deep sleep, the individual mind merges with the total mind. Meaning, like our phone, we keep it for charging overnight, and when it is fully charged, we get up in the morning, and again start WhatsApp. And by the time we are out of the bed, all the charging is discharged. And again the same thing begins. In the same manner, in the deep sleep, we were charged, one with the divine. Upanishad says, Ahar Ahar Brahma Gamayati. Every night when we sleep, we are one with the divine. But when we get up in the morning, first of all, getting out of the sleep is never a problem. The problem is getting out of the bed. Then the lag period between getting out of the sleep and getting out of the bed, that lag period is a time wherein unwanted poultry farm continues. Then all the energy that was charged is discharged. And then we wake up, come out of the bed only by nature's grace. When the nature calls, then we have no choice. We have to get up now. We are so natural, isn't it? See, my friends, these things, if we recognize in our life, you will see things will start happening around you. You don't have to struggle. Spiritual life is not done, it is allowed to happen. So, viliyamanepi vapushyamusmin naliyate kumbha ivambaram swayam. When the body just dies, nothing happens to you, the divinity that you are. Is it not? Childhood body is born. then it dies, then teenage body is born, it dies, then middle age body is born, that also dies, old age body, it will also die. देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहांतर प्राप्ति धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति. So many bodies we are discarded. Actually, we must be expert in dying. 3 times we already died. This is all. That's all. Spiritual life is not very seriousness. Recognize the truth and be happy. प्रकृति विकृति भिन्नः शुद्ध बोध स्वभावः सद असत इदम अशेषम भासयम निर्विशेषः विलसति परमात्मा जाग्रदादिष्वस्थासु स्वम अहम अहम इति साक्षात् साक्षी रूपेण बुद्धेः. Shuddha Bodha Swabhavaha, the one which is pure experience, not the experience of something or somebody, and it is Sat Asat Avishesham, and it is neither in the language of yes or no, it is beyond Asti Nasti, is and is not, and Nirvisheshaha, non specific existence. Take these 2 words. Non specific existence means we are not extraordinary. Real spiritual life is when we drop all extra in our life. Let us be ordinary. Like the vision is ordinary to all colors and forms. The mind is ordinary. For all thoughts, good and bad thoughts come and go. We are ordinary. Waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, doesn't matter. This non-specific, nirapek, the nirvishesha satta, that is what we are. And second thing is the pramana nirapeksha anubhuti, experience which does not involve any known means of knowledge. Put these 2 things together. We are on the right track. Then you will understand our happy mantramala. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Life becomes a time pass. But then people will call you names. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? पाल ले दो, अपने को क्या फर्क पड़ता है? फॉलो, देखिए वैसे रिलैक्स. The more we recognize this, Swam Aham Amiti Sakshat Sakshi Rupena Buddhehe, he is the witnessing consciousness of all that is happening. Niyamitamana Samum Tvam Swam Atmanam Atmani Ayam Ahamiti Sakshat Vidhi Buddhi Prasadat Jani Marana Taranga Para Samsara Sindhum Pratara Bhaukrutartho Brahma Rupena Samstha. In this manner, by niyamitam manasa, by well-controlled mind. What is the control of the mind? Only 2 things I am telling you. Number 1, stop talking to yourself. Number 2, before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? You have to do no special sadhana. When there is a need, yes, do talk. But you will see many a times we talk when it is uncalled for. Similarly, we keep on talking constantly to ourselves. If you recognize these 2 principles, when we talk to others, we talk about the past, our past or their past. When we talk to ourselves, we talk about the future. The net result is mind is not available in the present. Because when the mind is available in the full present, then mind dissolves in consciousness. Who wants to die? Therefore, the mind goes on suggesting something. Give it a clear understanding. Niyamita manasamum swam swatmanam atmani ahamiti sakshat viddhi buddhi prasadar. By proper understanding, pure mind, come to recognize this is what you are. Then you will be Brahma Rupena Samstaha. You will be abiding as a divine being. With this, we have completed one important topic of what is the self and how do we attain that. 138th verse. Next time, God willing, we will start where from this delusion has come. Because of this delusion, how the illusion appears. This is called as the non-apprehension leading to misapprehension. Adhyasa, adhihi asa, wrong perceptions and wrong understanding. Where from it comes, how it can be conquered. That is the topic from 139th verse. Next time if I come, if you also come, if you remember 139, we'll go ahead. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.